Okay, so today we're going to be covering a really high-level concept, one that I actually picked up from listening to Justin Goff and Stefani Georgi. I pray I'm pronouncing their names correctly. I know I'm probably not. But the concept is just how do you make your copy significantly more interesting? How can you boost your conversions massively? So here we go. The easiest way you could do it is to think of your copy as a system, right? As a system of parts to assemble. So you've got your headline right here. That connects to a lead, which usually connects to body copy, or whatever you want to call this part, which then leads you to a call to action. So this is where you would buy stuff, or this is where basically the price is revealed, the offer is revealed. So in most cases, the body copy and the CTA, that can take a while to write. You're going to want to lock that down and just not change it. Pretend this is like a black box, and you don't change any of this. So you keep the body copy the same, you keep the CTA the same. With the headline and lead, you can pair these together and see them as one unit for what we're doing here. Just pretend this is one thing because the headline is so closely attached to the lead. So what you'll end up with is this H lead. I'm just going to call it that so you don't forget that there's a headline in here. And then this is what interfaces to your body copy. But how is this relevant? So this is relevant because headline and a lead together, that's going to be less than 1,000 words, probably more like 600 tops. That's pretty fast to write. So when you have a lead like that, the lead is the first thing that people see. Here's like an eye. The first thing people see is your lead. And if your lead sucks them into your story or into your product or big idea, then they'll keep going. They'll go to your body copy, they'll keep reading with a lot more interest. If your lead is horrible and they want nothing to do with it, that's just a big red stop sign. No one's ever going to read your body copy or your CTA, which could easily consist of 35 to 40 pages worth of copy. So if you want to think of this as 80-20, this is the 20% that's going to bring in 80% of your results. So the smart thing to do would be to tailor this lead to current events or to news or to a good story, something that your prospect is interested in. So let's pretend that this headline lead has something to do with Trump, because Trump is everywhere. Alright, we have one type of headline lead that is relevant to some people that might be in your demographic. Let's try another. See, I'm doing it this way because it doesn't matter what your product is or what anything is. You just need to have something that people are interested in and then connect it to what you've got. So the headline and lead, I could try to connect that to the coronavirus. There we go. This is like a little side module. It's like a sidecar on a motorcycle. So this lead is Trump themed. This lead is coronavirus themed. And then Justin Goff loves to talk about celebrities. So let's just pretend, well, Trump's a celebrity, sort of. But let's do the, I know it might be too soon, but he's still on my mind. You could do like a Kobe lead, because Kobe was awesome. There we go. So what's going to happen here is that if you try to run this copy over here, you try to run this promotion, and you give your client multiple leads, like the Trump, Corona, and Kobe leads, guess what? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Well, guess what? Now you have multiple chances to succeed. So let's say that your audience, they don't appreciate the Trump lead, it doesn't convert at all, 0%. Get rid of that lead. Your client might run more than one at the same time, so you would find out, oh, okay, the coronavirus lead, people care about that. So let's say it's doing 2% conversions. Conversion is just when somebody reads the lead, goes all the way up, reads the body copy, reads the CTA, or maybe they don't read it at all, but they end up buying. Once somebody buys, that's a conversion, so 2% of all people that come in, every 2 out of 100 will buy from the coronavirus lead. Okay, that's pretty good. You could actually scale with that on cold traffic. But then let's say that the Kobe lead does frigging amazing and it's 20% conversions to cold traffic. So every 100 people that read the Kobe lead, go ahead, they read the body copy and CTA, or they skip it, whatever, but they end up buying. This lead right here, this is your clear winner. So this is the one that your client would keep running. They'd probably scrap this one even. Like 2% is not too bad for cold traffic, but they'd probably scrap it compared to this friggin' 20%. And then anything you run in the future will be stacked up against this 20%, this particular lead. So you can think of these like Legos almost. So you have this one lead. There you go. And you can put it on top of any body copy you want to. There we go, spiky Legos. Or you could pick this body copy. This is the good part, because once you have a successful lead and you know it works, you can try putting it onto different body copy. But to figure out which leads work, you can try putting different leads onto the same body copy. So if you want to figure out how something works, it's the opposite of this, and it would actually be more like we'll draw it in this corner. So you'd have like 1 lead, 2 leads, just pretend I'm writing lead, 3 lead, and then you'd have this one Lego down here, and this would be your body. And then you would try all 3 and see which one works the best. Once you have which one of these works the best, then if you're really anal about testing, you could try that successful lead with different offers, different body copies. So offer 1, offer 2. So these could be totally different products. Like this could be for P90X. I don't know why I keep thinking of that. And then this could be like double your dating or something. I'm showing my age here. Just pretend that says that. So these could be totally different niches. I'm going to say, in general, leads won't necessarily translate well between different niches, but if they're hot topics, like Trump or Kobe or the coronavirus, things that are just top of mind for most people, they will have a chance on multiple offers. But I'm not going to say they'll work. So this is just a really easy way to see copywriting at a high level. So just to make this clear, we'll do this one more time. I guess I'll just delete this board. Okay, we'll just reload it. So here's the end result. Here's the clean picture that we'll have after all that. So you have your headline lead. You have your headline lead. This will attach. To your offer, which includes the body copy, the CTA, and the sales. So there we go. The lead goes to the offer. And then you can make the lead whatever you want, as long as it's interesting. So then you'll have lead 2 and lead 3 that all point to the exact same offer. They point to the exact same body copy. You're just swapping out different leads to see what works. So if I wanted to say something like, actually let's put that text down here. if my body copy is for the same exact product, and I just like typed out P90X will help you lose weight from muscle confusion. None of this is true, by the way. I don't know if it's actually true. Muscle confusion, I think, is right, but the rest I'm just making up. Doctors recommend using P90X for your cardiovascular health, and then blah blah blah. You get 10 DVDs and stuff. By now. So you're gonna keep the same content and then try different leads, like there we go. This sounds so stupid, but there we go. So you have Trump in there. You have there we go. Can you really stave off the coronavirus of muscle? You sound ridiculous now, like completely and utterly insane. And then the last one could be like, there we go. And the way you would tie it in is you just have to clean this up ever so slightly. You can, people are pretty forgiving when you're writing this stuff. So the P90 secret to Trump's election could just be like, I don't know, most politicians aren't very fit, but Trump did. He had some secret method, and no one could understand how he managed to stay so fit, with so little time to exercise, blah, blah, blah. Go into the mechanism of how P90X is actually going to help you lose weight, right? Can you really stave off the coronavirus with muscle alone? If you could find a really cool story about some dude who's like really jacked and just it was in the middle of China or something and just would not get sick, you could relate that to, oh, well, muscle mass and strength and cardiovascular health and your immune system will play a role. And then, you could be super strong and have an immune system of iron and you won't get sick. Blah, blah, blah. P90X is how you do it. And then the last one, you're just tying to a celebrity story. How did Kobe get so damn good at basketball? And you know what? You could just say, it was all thanks to his natural talents, but in addition, he trained really hard every single day. He always, he naturally did things that would confuse his muscles, blah, blah, blah. P90X shows you a system for doing that. So we have 3 completely different leads, 3 completely different hooks to get people reading, but then they all lead to the exact same body copy. You might have to tweak it ever so slightly to have it make sense, but you won't have to do nearly as much work as if you had to rewrite everything. And then the last, I'm going to do this as a little bonus for you. The last way you can think of this, you can actually think of it as a multi-parter. So what I'm talking about is, instead of just seeing copy as being one piece of media, you can actually view it like this. You could actually view it as email or an ad. These could actually be your leads. So you're almost coming in with the semi-expectation that people have sort of read your email, sort of read your ad before clicking through. And then it leads to your offer, which could be something like a VSL, a video sales letter, a webinar, even a sales page. Although I will pass this on from Justin Goff. He says that VSLs tend to do a lot better with this kind of thing in webinars. It's probably true because they have more time to explain things. People like video more. But as anyone will tell you, you have to test it. But if you think of things like this where it's not just one static system where the entire thing is broken up only in the sales letter. It opens some new doors because now you have email content. So you could have 3 different emails. Could be Trump, Kobe, coronavirus. Right? You have 3 different emails to test now. And then each of those 3 emails goes to your offer. Same thing with your ads. Facebook probably wouldn't allow you to do something with Trump, but you could still say Trump, Kobe, coronavirus, Facebook ad, YouTube ad, Instagram ad, all pointing to the same offer, right? So now you have 3, 6, 9, 12. You have 12 different leads. Technically, you only have 3 different leads, but you're displaying it 12 different ways. So now you have even more opportunities to mix and match with images. You can experiment with the design, and then it's all pointing to the same offer, which goes and converts people, hopefully. So now you can test your leads, see how many people click through your email, how many actually click through to the offer, and you can have very hard stats on this now. So you can see, like, if 100 people look at your email, and then 50 of them like your Trump ad or your Trump email, 50 of them click through to the offer, and then let's say 5 of them buy. There we go, 5 of them. Yep, 5% conversion right there, or hypothetically. And then you can send, okay, so the offer, so then the email, you know exactly how many people came through, how many clicked through. It was about a 50%, because half of them went through. We're left with about 5%. And then 50 to 5 is like, what, 10%? My math is a mystery, so just ignore, like, all of this. The real idea is just that you have different lead types interfacing with the same offer. And it lets you see what's working and what isn't. Because if you keep the same exact offer and your conversions go way up or way down, it's very unlikely it's the offer's fault. It's probably the lead's fault at that point. And if your conversions bomb with a certain lead, but you notice they're getting through to the offer, oh, well, maybe you didn't prime them well enough in the lead. Maybe the lead wasn't congruent with the offer. That's a big one. Things like that. So this was the long form of the video where I rambled a little bit, but hopefully that helped you. And stay tuned for more high-level overviews, tips, principles, all that good stuff. I'll be getting around to it.